What's good, yeah? It's your boy Cody Got Fired back with Only For Us TV here, and I got another exclusive for y'all today. Hassan Campbell is back in the headlines. You heard, as you guys know, like I told you guys, he didn't his channel was not deleted. He's saying that he deleted all his videos. He did that himself and all of that. I told you guys, man. I knew it was. I knew it was all going to be a hoax, but he's back with some interesting take on this whole Troy Ave, Mano, Taxstone situation, man. Like, he's back spitting the vengeance fire. Like, I'm not even gonna hold you. Like, I rock with Hassan Campbell. Like, he got a real good take on any type of situation, even though he contradicts himself sometimes, but for the most part, his message that he tries to get across to the people is solid and it's positive. You dig? And I can't hate on that. I can't front on that. You dig? But today I'm gonna talk about what he had to say about the Troy Ave, Taxstone, Irving Plaza situation in the trial, basically. And one of the things that he said that Troy Ave was the aggressor in the Irving Plaza shooting. You heard? He's saying Troy Ave is not innocent in this. Like a lot of people been saying. You dig? A lot of people been saying that Troy Ave is not innocent like he claims to be and all of that. But he's basically saying that Tax was not the aggressor and it was Troy Ave. He's saying that Troy Ave came in there and was looking for trouble with Benga trying to jump Tax and all of that. He's saying that Tax was just minding his business that night. And he knows all of this because Tax called him on the phone and told him, you dig? And that's the thing that screwed Tax at the end of the day, like calling people and talking on the phone. After the situation, he was on the phone calling random people, telling people what everything that went down that night, you dig? And that's one of his downfalls. So basically, he was saying that Troy Ave had Benga pop off on Tax, right? But he didn't know that Tax had that thing on him, you dig? He thought that since he had to keep his in the car, that it would be the same for Tax, but Tax still had that shit on him. So he told Benga to pop off on him, basically sending Benga on a Doja mission and shit like that. And they both started jumping Tax, right? So then, out of nowhere, Casanova 2 times comes in the room and started breaking up the fight, pulling everybody off of each other, right? Breaking up the fight, basically. And all of a sudden, Tax shot Benga, you dig? Body Benga, and then that's when all pandemonium started. The police started coming, and then he said that Tax threw the gun, and he tried to run away from the police. He threw the gun because he saw the police. He didn't want to run into them with the gun, and that's when Troy Ave picked up the gun and shit like that. He also says that Troy Ave is not a hero and that Mano could have used his voice in court to save Tax and say that Tax was using a gun and just basically trying to save himself and self-defense and all that. But I'm going to play the video for y'all. Like, comment, and subscribe. We're going to run it up. You heard? I got plenty more to go.
Taxstone was minding his business. Troy Ave came in there, had Benga set it on him. Troy Ave did not fight for that gun. He didn't fight for the gun. Taxstone told me this over the phone. Casanova 2 times came in there, seen them jumping. They was jumping Taxstone. He threw all of them off of Taxstone. Taxstone got up. He still had the gun in his hand. After Taxstone shot Benga and shot Troy Ave, he threw the gun because he didn't want to run into the police. He knew he had to pass the police. So he threw the gun and Troy Ave went and got the gun. Troy Ave wasn't a hero. He picked the gun up that was laying on the floor because Casanova realized that Benga was dead. And now it realized that he threw his whole life away, defending himself in the club, and now he's going to jail for manslaughter. Why? Because there's no self-defense in New York. But maybe if Mano would have used his voice in court in defense of Taxstone to say, listen, we already know that Troy Ave was working with the district attorney. So nothing Mano could have said would have hurt Troy Ave. Mano could have used his voice in court to say, yo, Your Honor, that man was defending himself. That man wasn't bothering nobody. Mano could have used his star power to help Taxstone out in court. But because us street niggas, right, don't like the courts and we play by street rules, he couldn't even use his testimony to save Taxstone. He using his voice now when it's too late. He's using his voice now. It's too late for Taxstone. That's the shit that's killing me. He could have used his voice to get that man out of jail. He could have used his voice to sway the minds of the jury so Taxstone could get out. There was no way, under no circumstances, there was no way that Troy Ave was going to jail. So you can't say, even if he would have sat up there and said Troy Ave started that, Troy Ave wouldn't have went to jail. So it wouldn't have been snitching. It would have been being strategic. He could have strategically got Casanova Taxstone out of jail. Now, let's get to Troy Ave. I don't even care about the fact that Troy Ave made a video talking about me. I don't care about that. I'm the hottest nigga on YouTube. On my small channel right now, we got 4,100 people watching. Stop putting niggas in my category that can't even get 1,000 people watching them in their room. They're not in my category. If you ain't getting 100,000 views off of your videos on a daily basis, stop putting these niggas in my category. I'm just keeping it funky. Stop putting them in my category. Niggas ain't got the stripes yet on YouTube. They ain't got the views. You ain't got the stripes yet. You got a small audience. You're local. How Queen Latifah told that nigga on the movie Juice? Nigga, you're local. You a local pack right now. Y'all niggas is local packs. When I took all my videos off of YouTube, my shit was over 500 million views. Not 100 million views. 500 million views off of one channel. I took videos off of all my channels. That was just one channel. Just one. All I need is one mic. Just one. You can say cap all you want to, but you watching. See, that's the best part. In order for you to win on YouTube, you got to have a nigga in your audience named J. Lou. J. Lou, you got to have a nigga in your audience named J. Lou talking trash to you. When you can get your haters to be the first one to click on your video, you know you Michael Jackson bad. You know I'm bad, you know it, come on, yeah, and hold on, who's bad? I'm bad, nigga. Who's the master? Show no. I'm the master. That's when you nice. Yeah, I'm nice. When you got people that hate you, that hate you, and they the first one, that's when you know you nice. That's when you know you nice. Now Troy Ave, right? Let me talk about you, Troy Ave, right? Because this is a situation that you really pay attention to. Troy Ave shows no remorse. He makes it look like he's a hero. With in fact that, how Mano said, he spoke to Banga. And this is not the first time I heard that. Banga was in jail. Troy Ave had the money, didn't bail him out. Left him in jail. Banga was in jail. Troy Ave left him in there. When Banga came home, he went back to Troy Ave, being a loyal friend. So the same nigga that left Banga in jail misused his friend, treated him like a doja, a piss boy. Yo, go get him. There you go right there. You sent your man to his death. You underestimated Taxstone. Taxstone shook the building, dropped the body, hit him in the head with the He rocked his snot box. Had you in the court, crawling around on the floor, demonstrating how Taxstone was going to clap you and you was using your legs, your knees to cover your face. Because after he hit Banger, hit him in the head with the... After he hit Banger, he said, now I want to play with you. You was laying on the floor doing a windmill. You was breakdancing. You was doing the windmill with your feet, going hula hoop on the floor. That's what you told the judge, right? You was using your legs to block your face. You had your knees in a fetal position. Your knees was blocking your face. I can't even stretch like that. I can't even do what you did. You was in the court, laying on the floor with your knees on your forehead. Because you ain't want Taxstone to get that headshot. And the only reason why you got that gun is because Casanova 2 times pulled all them niggas off of Taxstone. Taxstone still had the gun when he got up off the floor. Everybody rushed him. He was by himself. Y'all rushed him. He still had the gun. When he seen that Banger was on the floor with all his blood leaking out of his body, he threw the gun. Because he wasn't worried about you. You picked the gun up. Now you clapping through the club. You ain't even run behind him. You just wanted to look cute. Pow. And you try to make yourself a hero? Nigga, your man died on your watch. On your call. You gave the order. You underestimated your enemy and your man got smoked because you made a bad decision. You thought that you had him outnumbered. You didn't calculate the fact that somebody will let Taxstone in the club with his gun. So because you left yours in the car, some niggas don't leave home without it. Some niggas you'll never catch in the club unless they could get their gun in. If they can't get their gun in the club, they not going. If they can't get their gun in the club, they not going. You underestimated Taxstone. And your man got the business. So what did you do? You got on a stand and you gave Taxstone the business. You hit him in the head with the... Nigga, you hit him with that judge's hammer. Life. Lakata. How do you plead? Not guilty, Your Honor. Dirty business. And then you sitting on this internet with no remorse. You on your channel, on your rap songs with no remorse. Then you sitting up there talking about your underwears is Dior this, Dior that. Let me ask you a question, Taxstone. I mean, Troy Ave. Let me ask you a question, right? Are you taking care of Banger's mother?